Hi guys, JT here, and today I'm bringing you some information on the Green Men Gaming Bundle, the Akupara collection of May 2026. To help you answer the question, should you buy it? By using the links in the description below, you'll gain access to this bundle and support the channel in the process. Before I begin, I'd like to thank you the viewers watching my videos. I hope they're helpful. Most importantly, knowing that you're watching it means the world. Anyway, let's get into this. At number 1 we have Absolute Tactics, Daughters of Mercy, a turn-based tactical RPG developed by Curious Fate that positions you in a medieval-inspired fantasy world. You command a pre-designed group of heroes fighting to halt a generic astronomical threat. While the plotline and standard units like tanky guardians and clerics feel uninspired, the grid-based gameplay offers a comforting familiarity. Movement and combat center on physical attacks, spells, and positioning. You can utilize backstabbing mechanics to land satisfying critical hits from behind. Between linear levels, you visit various shops to purchase equipment and class handbooks. These handbooks are where the game truly shines for you, especially if you love class theory crafting. Each character features 2 handbook slots, allowing you to dual class and freely mix abilities. This deep customization completely alleviates any early worries that your party will feel locked into rigid, predefined playstyles. Visually, the game blends 2D character sprites with large-scale 3D level designs. The aesthetic is vibrant, offering unique set pieces like an early battle fought entirely on a moving horse-drawn carriage. While the heroes' visuals are somewhat common, the enemy designs, ranging from ghouls to flying bombs, provide excellent variety. The game suffers from a lack of unique heart, a predictable plot, and highly linear progression. It rarely moves out of the shadow of genre giants. However, if you enjoy decent party composition tinkering and straightforward tactical grids, you'll still find this vibrant adventure to be an enjoyable, mechanically sound experience. At number 2 we have Zoeti. In Zoeti, you step into a world where the noble goddess Zoeti and her counterpart, the goddess of demons, named Nessus, engage in an eternal struggle. As one of the 3 characters embarking on a heroic journey, you'll navigate through a realm filled with empowered humans and mighty demigods. Each character, from the stalwart knight Valentina to the cunning thief Elvis and the elemental magician Nicora, offers a unique playstyle tied to a poker-based attack system. Drawing cards from your deck each turn, you aim to form poker hands that correspond to your skills, unleashing devastating attacks or strategic maneuvers. While Zoeti boasts lush hand-painted visuals and engaging gameplay mechanics, it falls short in several areas. The lack of in-game tutorials leaves players to figure out crucial mechanics on their own, leading to initial confusion and frustration. Additionally, minor glitches, such as language mix-ups in dialogues and occasional interface issues, detract from the overall experience. The difficulty curve in Zoeti can be steep and unforgiving, with sudden spikes catching players off guard. Despite these challenges, the game's compelling art style and strategic depth make it worth exploring for fans of the roguelike deck builder genre. Zoeti offers a visually captivating adventure with an intriguing poker-based combat system, but its flaws hinder its potential for greatness. With some refinement and polish, it could truly shine as a standout title in its genre. At number 3 we have Nanomon Virtual Pet, a digital pet simulation game where you raise, care for, and battle invisible monsters that live inside your computer's nanoscape. Channeling pure old-school Tamagotchi nostalgia, this cozy title allows you to hatch a creature and monitor its core needs: hunger, thirst, health, and happiness. You'll send your companion on field trips across daily refreshing areas like magical forests or beaches, triggering random encounters to gather items, forage, or stumble into automated battles. Combat depends heavily on traits your pet acquires, offering unique abilities like pickpocket or osmosis. You can also play minigames like surfing or fishing to boost specific stats, which directly influence how your pet evolves. The catch is that once your Nanomon hits its final evolution and levels up, it passes away from old age, prompting you to start anew with a fresh egg while returning your accumulated items and guidebook knowledge. Visually, you'll love the charming, highly readable pixel art menu layout. Designed to sit in the corner of your screen, the game safely pauses when closed, making it perfect to play at a relaxed pace. A slight frustration is the lack of an option to mute background music while keeping the window active, but the chill retro-inspired soundtrack is highly enjoyable. With endless replayability, a handy guidebook, and Steam Workshop mod support, this game offers a beautifully deep experience for virtual pet lovers. It is an absolute gem that easily earns a thoroughly well-deserved top-tier recommendation. And number 4 we have GRIME, a unique and challenging Metroidvania that offers a rocky, mysterious, and engaging experience. As you delve into the game's world, you take on the role of a character who undergoes a bizarre transformation, becoming a stone-like being with a black hole for a head. The setting is a realm where nearly all inhabitants are constructed of living stone, ranging from misshapen golems to smoothly carved living statues. The narrative of GRIME revolves around your quest to navigate through a tiered society of rock people, battling adversaries and devouring their essence to grow stronger. The world building is intriguing, with a focus on the character's relentless pursuit of ascension. Your interactions with the various beings in this world, from devoted followers to formidable foes, add depth to the story and keep you engaged throughout your journey. GRIME's diverse environments, despite their grotesque and unsettling nature, are a visual treat. The game takes you through dark caverns, eye-filled caves, crumbling statue-filled deserts, and even gardens of predatory rock plant hybrids. Gameplay-wise, GRIME follows the Metroidvania formula. You explore intricate environments, acquire new abilities, and progress through the story by defeating enemies and unlocking new areas. The traversal abilities, such as dashing, pulling objects, and double jumping, are introduced in a meaningful progression, adding depth to the platforming elements. The combat system in GRIME is engaging, offering various weapons and customization options tied to different stats. You can also parry enemy attacks and absorb their essence to power up your character. The game rewards strategic combat and offers multiple ways to customize your playstyle. However, GRIME does have some downsides, particularly in terms of checkpoints and fast travel. The game can be stingy with both, which can lead to frustrating moments, especially in challenging sections. Despite this, overcoming these challenges is immensely satisfying. GRIME is a beautifully crafted Metroidvania with a captivating story, diverse environments, and engaging combat. While it has a few issues with checkpoints and fast travel, the overall experience is rewarding and enjoyable. If you're a fan of Metroidvania games with challenging gameplay, GRIME is a polished gem worth exploring. And number 5 we have Escape from Lavender Island, a third-person open-world exploration game where you wander a surreal liminal city that feels like a dream refusing to end. Playing as ZD Axis, you navigate 5 distinct neighborhoods filled with digital citizens, absurd infrastructure, and a world that bizarrely remembers you better than you remember it. The plot involves an evil mainland corporation teaming up with an alien civilization to control the population, and it is up to you to find an escape. The game thrives on its fascinatingly garish, psychedelic art style and intentional jankiness that echoes early 2000s controls. You'll complete off-the-wall quests for eccentric characters, unlock unique masks that grant unusual abilities, like erasing pieces of the environment or making NPCs vape, and even watch a full movie inside the game. While the map clearly lays out objectives and collectibles to ensure you never get lost, the real draw here is the atmosphere. It seamlessly blends crude humor, drug references, and absolute absurdity with a surprisingly deep, morose critic of consumerism, modern hellscapes, and loneliness. Reminiscent of cult titles like Jazz Punk or Cruelty Squad, this interactive weirdscape is highly recommended by players for its personal touch and unique vision. It masterfully pairs a relaxed gameplay pacing with a bizarre aversion to logic, presenting eccentricities like multi-mouth aliens alongside mundane human plights. If you're looking for a fascinatingly strange, thought-provoking, and completely out-of-the-norm philosophical adventure, this memorable title is definitely worth your time. And number 6 we have Chroma Squad, a tactical RPG where you produce your own tokusatsu series in the vein of Power Rangers. The game casts you as a group of disgruntled stuntmen who start an independent studio in an unused warehouse. Over 5 seasons, you manage your 5-actor squad, selected from distinct classes like lead and techie. The lightweight story heavily embraces genre tropes and humor. You can customize character names, uniform colors, and answer fan emails. Your choices culminate in a major branching path near the final season, though a single autosave slot forces you to replay the entire campaign to see different outcomes. Combat is completely mouse-controlled and features tactical grid battles enhanced by teamwork actions, allowing you to launch allies or execute finishing moves. Fulfilling the director's instructions boosts your audience gauge, yielding extra money and fans. Additionally, most episodes culminate in giant mecha battles, which rely on a multiplayer-based turn structure and quick-time defense events. Character progression is handled strictly through upgrading studio equipment and a simple crafting system, rather than traditional leveling. While the engaging chiptune soundtrack and pixelated visuals radiate charm, the linear loop lacks depth. Repetitive battle maps and a low difficulty threshold can make the late game feel stale, but its brief 12 to 15 hour length helps mitigate the grind. This charming game serves as a wonderful, highly enjoyable love letter to classic Sentai TV shows, making it a must-play for nostalgic fans eager to direct their very own homemade superhero series. And number 7 we have Four Last Things, a point-and-click adventure game meticulously crafted from Renaissance-era paintings. This game transforms classic fine art into a beautiful, hilarious collage world. You control a poor soul who is seeking absolution for their sins. When a local church turns you away, you're instructed to travel to a neighboring county to seek forgiveness. However, because your previous misdeeds did not occur within that specific jurisdiction, you must intentionally commit all 7 deadly sins there before you can finally receive divine resolution. The gameplay loop follows traditional genre mechanics, prioritizing thorough exploration, dialogue discovery, and progressive puzzle solving. You'll interact with a diverse cast of reinterpreted artwork characters, like a traditional bard who unexpectedly jams out with modern erratic animations. The puzzles flow logically, sparing you from frustrating moon logic solutions. If you ever find yourself stuck, you merely need to talk to NPCs to unearth intuitive clues. Visually, the game utilizes a 2D puppetry animation style reminiscent of Monty Python. This aesthetic perfectly complements an excellent absurdist script that is bawdy, dark, and surreal. Coupled with a fitting classical soundtrack, the writing seamlessly marries the art style, creating a wonderfully cohesive experience. While the overwhelming visual stimulation and niche presentation might initially feel like a confusing mess, everything eventually clicks into focus. Lasting around 1 hour, it is a uniquely surprising and funny journey. If you appreciate witty comedy and art history, you'll find this an incredibly special title to experience. At number 8 we have Dino Run DX, a side-scrolling arcade-style game where you play as a dinosaur fleeing an impending apocalypse to find shelter in a far-off cave. Originally popularizing the early 2000s internet as a 2008 Flash game, this version delivers a healthy dose of nostalgia. Along your mad dash, you leap over obstacles, collect eggs, enjoy snacks, and occasionally harass larger dinosaurs. The mechanics are straightforward. While you can upgrade your prehistoric runner and discover special power-ups or tricks, you do not strictly need them to survive. Success relies heavily on your sheer tenacity and ability to jump at the right times. Its fun music perfectly complements the silly, pixelated art style, and while levels repeat in memorizable patterns, various modes and randomized elements keep the gameplay engaging. Your experience with this game will transcend basic mechanics. For many players, it has ceased to just be a game. It is a time capsule. Browsing its community reveals that the real draw is the joy of looking back. You might find yourself charging forward, ignoring hidden bonuses just to see how quickly you can reach Sanctuary. The game traps you in a beautifully preserved artificial bubble from your childhood, shielding you from the harsh realities of the present. You return to this simple loop to let the ever-approaching doom lash the outside of your door while you stay safe inside. It remains an excellent choice when you're looking to kill a few minutes and get lost in the past. At number 9 we have Last Horizon, a minimal atmospheric space survival and exploration game where you control a spaceship using classic spin and thrust mechanics. As the savior of humanity, your higher purpose is to guide your vessel through randomized galaxies, navigating from planet to harvest vital resources like fuel, oxygen, and ore. Your ultimate goal is to collect enough biological components to locate and populate a brand new habitable homeworld. Resource management dictates every decision you make. You must extract what you need to survive while being careful not to over-harvest terraformable worlds, which quickly angers local sentient alien life. Meanwhile, all remains crucial for fixing ship damage. The game is notoriously unforgiving. You can lose a glorious, flawless run in a single split second. Crash head-on into a mountain, try to land completely sideways, or drift into black holes and suns, and you'll instantly kill the remaining human race. This sudden finality teaches you to become highly precise with your movements. While the game shines through its smart design, captivating ambient music, and driving sense of purpose, it does suffer from a few limitations. The different gameplay modes fail to stand apart from each other, featuring subtle difficulty increases rather than distinct challenges, which ultimately hurts the long-term replay value. You might also find yourself wishing the deep lore and alien interactions went a little further. Even so, Last Horizon stands as a fascinating, compelling, and incredibly tense challenge that makes every single successful landing feel like a monumental triumph. And number 10 we have Potatoman Seeks the Troof, a surreal bullet hell indie platformer that tests your mind, body, and spirit as you journey through scorching deserts, dark forests, and your own potato consciousness. This retro Atari-style pixel game challenges your dexterity and quick thinking with precise platforming, odd puzzles, and outlandish obstacles. Armed with what some call the best jump in video game history, you must dodge rocks, eggs, and sudden boulders that pop out of nowhere, creating a tense psycho-thriller atmosphere that feels like a troll platformer. The game is highly praised for its positive reception, boasting a fantastic soundtrack, witty writing, and a surprisingly rich story filled with deep lore. However, it requires serious patience. With no save system, losing your lives means starting over, which can feel punishing when dealing with random obstacles. It provides a brief but intense adventure that you can clear under an hour. While some players find the mechanics frustrating, many celebrate the beautiful conclusion that leaves you with an odd sense of peace. The narrative forces you to surrender to an encroaching inevitability, rendering a deep, touching, and occasionally tearful experience. In a bundle, this game is an absolute steal. If you enjoy classic retro vibes reminiscent of titles like VVVVVV, this charming high-stakes journey delivers a short and sweet challenge. Do you have what it takes to survive the madness? Grab your controller, train your fingers, run as fast as you can, and prepare yourself to finally discover the ultimate truth. And that's all for this bundle. If you're looking to instantly level up your Steam library with some massive value, the Akupara collection from GRIME Gaming is an absolute win. Dropping just $15 for 10 distinct titles is a stellar conversion rate, especially if you missed out on previous Humble or Fanatical campaigns. For new PC players or anyone looking to expand their backlog with quality indie gems, this bundle offers incredible value per dollar. Grab the loot while it's hot. This pack is definitely worth adding to your inventory. In any case, I hope you enjoyed today's video, and if this video was helpful, feel free to leave a like and subscribe, and maybe consider buying the channel a coffee? From the bottom of my heart, thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next video.